Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Gintama arc review series. Today, we're reviewing the Santa arc, and to celebrate this momentous occasion, I got on the very own, the genuine, Santa Claus! Santa Claus!
Sorry.
Oh, there he is.
Everyone.
Hey, what's up, man?
Just not myself right now, apparently.
Nah, don't even worry about it, it's all good. You okay? Hey, you doing alright, man?
Oh, I seem to have forgotten my cookies.
Oh, your cookies? Okay, go get them, man. Go get your cookies.
My drink.
Of course. Go watch your drink. Don't worry about it, man. Go get your cookies. Guys, I can explain, okay? Honestly, I wasn't gonna do this, but the last few weeks he's gone through a lot, you know, with Mrs. Claus's murder and everything. It's put him in a really bad spot. So, as soon as I announced that I was doing the Santa arc on Christmas, he reached out to me almost immediately, and like, who can deny the Santa Claus, right? And of course, when he got here, he asked for a drink, and then he helped himself to the whole pantry. I can't really stop him. He's got magical powers and everything. Anyway, everyone, all I'm saying is that I think he really needs this right now.
I can't even eat the cookie.
What's wrong, Santa?
My beard's too thick.
Oh, hey, it's all right, man. It's okay.
Oh, sorry, everyone. Sorry, this is not me. This is not me. I do apologize. Without wasting any more time, as you say, Kazoo Trash, run that intro.
That's not my name, but yeah, sure, run it.
Christmas is on my mind. Whoa, Christmas is on my mind. Whoa, Christmas is on my mind.
The Santa arc brings us undoubtedly the best jam-packed comedy since Popularity Poll, and stands just fine in its own 2 feet as a sole comedy arc. In the beginning, Kagura tried to sneakily hint at what she wanted for Christmas by looking at a plethora of ads while in the presence of Gin, before Christmas Eve came along and it seemed as if he took her hints way too literally and simply stapled them together, like the literal magazine advertisements. I mean, what else can you expect, Kagura? You guys are flat broke. In the past, Kagura had never received any presents from Santa, so she had ceased to believe.
Wait a minute.
What?
I don't know her, Kazoo Trash.
Who?
Are you making this video to out me?
Wait, what?
You're a dick, man.
Are you talking about Kagura? The anime character? She's not real. What do you...
That's fucking right. Better keep it that way or I'll put you on the list.
Oh, okay. Whatever, man. Okay, anyway, if you remember, this ain't Gintama's first Christmas rodeo. In fact, if we look back, there's actually 2 other Christmas episodes, those being 37 and 137. Now, I know Gintama isn't the most chronological show, so take this with a grain of salt, but that means at least 3 years have passed since Gintama began, meaning Kagura should be 17 now. Yeah, that's why I said take this with a grain of salt. If that is true, then the whole time skip later down the line wouldn't make much sense, would it? Anyway, the whole reason I brought up those Christmas episodes is because on episode 37, we can see she wished for a singular pork bun on her first Christmas at Yorozuya Ginshan. You know, she's gotten a whole lot more greedy as time went on, huh? Anyway, she doesn't even realize it, but Santa in large quotations, I think it's still up in the air if the real Santa Claus actually even exists in Gintama at all, did visit her house before and helped in large quotations, deliver her Christmas gift. But she just assumed it was solely Gintoki, of course, so she wrote to her dad, which I adore the consistency that Sorachi's keeping up with. It's cool how after the Umibozu arc that the whole plot point wasn't forgotten about entirely, like some other letter correspondence plot point in Shunpachi to Kirara, explaining the concept of this mythological Santa being to her pappy and how he never seemed to visit her. I also really like how they are lettering back and forth now, because if you remember, those letters were getting sent back because Umibozu didn't have a solid post address. So, seeing this, I can't help but think that they came to some compromise involving the interplanetary post office. Unfortunately, throughout the whole Christmas Eve party, she could be seen visibly crestfallen. Speaking of that party, the gathering consisted of Otai, Shinpachi, Kagura of course, and of all people they invited to Hasegawa. I freaking love that. I don't know if Sorachi even thought this much into it, but it's so adorable that they invited the guy who they know is homeless, so struggling to find a decent meal every day, and lonely, with his wife having divorced him with no other real family to speak of, to come to their gathering. I also love this arc for showing some love to Kanko again. The brief regret he's shown to carry with him not being in Kagura's life and all is weighing heavy on his mind. So this time around, he speedran his mission to de-escalate a warring planet and jumped right back on the ship to Earth to dress up as Santa for her just in time. In fact, this arc does a great job at bringing a lot of those side characters we don't usually see in Gar's to light, like Sacchan and Hasegawa. But wait, Gintoki, who I assumed was out drinking like last Christmas, actually had that same damn idea. You know how I'm totally doing that best joke ranking of every arc in the Gintama arc review series at some point after I finish the series? Well, this joke right here would be the winner for that category. Though the following episode definitely gives this scene a run for its money in laughs. Seeing both of my favorite girl dads go through the exact same thought process, eventually deluding themselves into believing the other may just be the real Santa Claus for their daughter was truly something special. Their Love is War-esque mind games went on and on until they eventually got to the point of being willing to murder the real Santa Claus to make themselves appear to be the one and only Saint Nick, erupting in a blow to each of them at the same time. I love the detail of Umibozu's punch dealing way more damage to Gintoki than that of Gin's, but even still, each's inhuman strength-imbued blow blew the other's mind, attributing that power to be that of the magical and mythical and apparently ridiculously powerful Santa Claus.
Hey, Kazoo, you
What?
really gotta stop calling me mythical, man. It's really getting to be, I'm real, aren't I? Is anything even real anymore?
Hey, Santa, it's okay, man. It's all right. You're real. You're okay. You're real.
Mrs. Claus.
And he's on my floor.
Why did you have to go?
I'll continue the video, all right?
Sorry guys, like I said, he's not in the best headspace right now. Maybe this was a bad idea. I don't know, I'm gonna keep going. Anyway, like I was saying, it really did remind me of something out of Love is War, and it was so gut-bustingly funny. Eventually, their murderous intent was stopped short by Cuta Claus, then Monkey Claus, and then just Sacchan. Kagura's look of utter bewilderment yet anticipation just cracks me up here. If nothing else, this ain't boring. Soon, Kagura took initiative and declared herself a representative of all the children in the world and began a contest to figure out who's the true Santa Claus through their ability to grant this China girl's dreams in an array of different made-up scenarios. They're unintentionally turning Kagura's otherwise depressing nights into something exhilarating for her. The anime clearly needed some extra time for this episode as well, so instead of either skipping the content to make this arc work or not having an opening at all, they chose secret option number 3 and just made their very own shortened Toonami-esque version of the OP, which is so fucking funny to see that done officially. Oh, by the way, Sacchan's got a sexy Santa outfit, so let's freaking go! Sorry. Horny took over. Oh. You doing okay, buddy? Oh, I'm gonna have to clean that up later. Shit. So, we finally delved into our first roleplay session, starting with Gondos. For some reason, he chose for it to be a very classical American theme, so of course, Otai has that amazing Japanese-American accent, paired with the randomly thrown in English words in her speech reminiscent of Mari Ohara, eventually devolving into her just spamming any English words she could think of, which is so comedically perfect.
Oh my god.
I also adored how endearing and kind Otai was regarding Kagura during the stories. She probably saw how down Kagura had been today and did her best to make this day special for her, especially in her roleplay, which she cutely played hard into. And the real kicker here is Hasegawa, who they said previously was going to play the father, only for Otai to forcefully change the narrative into him being a cockroach. I think where this arc truly shines is playing into everyone's characterization in the best possible way. This entire story, since he was no longer playing the husband, got very dark. To cover for the absence of a father now being in play, they made up the story of Kagura's character's father being killed in a war, with his last gift to her being a meat pie that he died trying to deliver. So Kondo's present to her was eating that pie and lifting the burden of grief from her shoulders. Also, he shit in their toilet and spelled out Merry Christmas. Something you'll probably notice as well, since this is literally the last arc of the season, is that Sunrise went crazy with the animation. Look how fluid Kagura's waltz is here, or in Kyubei's next story with those Kagura punches. I could feel Shinpachi's pain with some of those punches.
Merry Christmas,
At least it sounds like he's in a better mood. That's something. Then came Sacchan's story, which Sacchan proves her freaky scale is still off the charts, making herself into a pleasure robot, probably plagiarizing a 2000s anime rom-com or hentai I can't think of, which Kagura rightfully derailed almost instantly. I mean, maybe the word is re-railed, put back on track, for lack of a better word, and utterly twisted the plot to reveal this was an entire dollhouse full of cockroaches, or rather a cockroach motel playset or something. I swear this episode is just pure perfection in how each scene plays and flows into the next. Every scenario interweaves with the others and twists the narrative every step of the way. It really gives you a sense that these are all just a group of friends throwing shit at the wall and trying to make something cohesive without any synergy in the slightest, constantly interrupting each other with what they think will make a better story. It honestly feels reminiscent of a D&D session, only if every player in the party was a dungeon master, leading to the surprisingly realistic chaos you'd expect from something like that. Or if you don't want to even get that specific, just kids hanging out at the playground and creating stories during recess, which is definitely something I can relate to quite a bit. And Santa, what are you doing?
Nothing gets me in a better mood than playing some Elden Ring. Oh, I love collecting all the little trinkets and toys and flora and fauna.
Okay, that's cool and all, Santa, but could you really just like turn it down a smidge? I'm kind of trying to do the video still here. You know?
I do apologize, Kazoo kids. I shall turn the volume down now.
Did you just call them kazoo kids? That is not what they're called. What do you... Why?
Sounds like someone has to get good and accept my new name.
Get good? Really? Okay. All right, now you're just being annoying. All right, I'm just gonna ignore you for the rest of the video, okay, Santa? How about that? Huh?
Alrighty, oh, filthy casual.
Did Santa just call me a filthy casual? Okay. Santa's called me a filthy casual.
Anyway, I never really thought about it before, but Sorachi loves using these roleplay scenarios in his work, and I can't blame him. Every time they're absolute bangers, and in my opinion, this is his best so far. With every one of these stories, Hasegawa, try as he did, could not escape the narrative spinning into that of him being a cockroach, which led to Kagura dropping this bombshell on us.
お前はあの時の
ほら見ろ。
また出やがったのこのゴキブリがテキサスにいた頃からしつこくつきまとってきてて困ってるのよ
It's so simple yet so creative to make them have continuity through Hasegawa, the only constant through every story. They even come to the conclusion that instead of him being a nuisance that you may assume, being a cockroach and all, is that he was instead watching over her all this time, and before we knew it, Kagura and Otai's characters had developed feelings for the cockroach. I swear this entire episode is just one giant joke leading into the next, punchline after punchline that keeps you laughing every step of the way. This era of Sunrise and Sorachi truly couldn't be beat for comedy. They then began knitting away scarves and mittens with G embroidered on each for gokiburi, the Japanese word for cockroach, though on Christmas Eve they each fell asleep with their task, yet woke up to their knitting jobs completed. The jobs of Gin and Kanko had been fulfilled as Santas. Only instead of ending there, they each met up with each other upon realizing the G doesn't have to mean gokiburi and instead can mean girlfriends. Look at my apparently lesbian queens. That is not what I expected at all for this to go to. But now, Yet another crack ship has entered the Thunderdome, and we've got Kagura X Ochai. Okay. Whatever, sure, I ship it. Why not? Why the hell not? Like I said before, they're really throwing every single crack ship they can before shit really starts hitting the fan, and I couldn't be more happy. That is amazing. Like, what? Kagura X Otai. Okay. You got some Rule 34 artists working around the clock for this one, Sorachi. At the end, Hasegawa finally has to concede that he is and only will be a cockroach. Look how sad he looks. Aww. I'm kind of just now realizing this, but I think Hasegawa is one of, if not my top character in the show? Okay, maybe not like number one, but you know, top 3 for sure. I love Hasegawa. Every scene he's in is so damn funny, or it's so damn emotional. Sorachi knows how to use this Madao to utmost perfection. Speaking of Madao, they didn't use that phrase once in this whole arc, which really goes to show how truly Sorachi has broken out of his usual gags and jokes for this one, in place of some further and deeper characterization. Hasegawa played his roles really well, and not just the cockroach, but the American meat pie dad, the deadbeat dad, and the school teacher dad. Actually, that one might not be a dad. In fact, everyone shined brilliantly in this one, save for maybe Kyubey and Kondo, whose scenes admittedly felt a little half-baked. From the story continuing into whatever shoujo manga Kagura and Otai began to parody, they earned the ire of Gintoki and Kankou, who should have known from the start this was going to be complete and utter chaos, uncontrollable chaos at that, and stomped away in annoyance along with the other Santas, before being interrupted by Kagura calling Gin by name and Kankou by Papi, revealing she knew the whole time. In just 2 episodes, we went from a depressed Kagura to witnessing one of the brightest smiles Kagura's ever given. They gave her the best present they possibly could, an absolute joyous time. Alright everyone, and that will be the Santa arc. Now, I have a little bit of a hot take here for where I want to place this one, and you guys might not like me, or you might love me for this, but I think with all of like I didn't really mention it in the show, or in the review, but the really good outfits. Everyone had such a unique and new outfit we haven't ever seen them in before, and it was so cool to see. But everything else, like the comedy was so damn funny. Only thing I can say that I really didn't like about this arc was that, I mean, this is just a me issue. This isn't an arc issue. This is a me issue. I didn't really get the Japanese culture references that much, but that's okay because I still had one hell of a time. I was laughing my butt off. And with that being said, you guys ready for the hot take? Here we go. All right, so it is getting a 9.5, placing it just above the Tama Quest arc now. So there's your hot take. I think it's better than Tama Quest. I don't know if that's truly a hot take or not. People might be mad at that. I don't know. But I just know it was such a geniusly crafted arc in my opinion. Like every single comedy scene they went for, they killed it. They killed it. And I think this is a very comfortable spot for it. But I had to really think about this one though. Like any of these like 4, 5, 6, 7, like all these can be interchangeable. I think that is fair to say. They can be interchangeable any day of the week. If I'm feeling slightly better or slightly worse, there you go. That's my thoughts. So Santa, what do you think of the arc?
I give it 3 jolly hoes. Ho ho ho!
That's not really a ranking system. I do like a 1 to 10 scale, man.
To be completely honest, I care not for this folly. I have grown quite attached to this Elden Ring, though. Okay. I shall now use my Christmas magic to change your screen to that of my amazing gameplay. Ho ho ho!
Hey,
what
are you doing?
This
you
game so much. Ho 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 ho! All right, I'm just kidding. Oh, here you go.
Oh, I'm back. Oh my God, what? How'd you do that?
You know what, Kazu Trash?
Yeah, what's up?
Thank you for this opportunity. I think I
my name
needed this. Thank you, everyone, for allowing yourselves the time to be here. Leave a like on this video if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you disliked it. Please dislike it. I'm sorry, Kazu Trash. I'm sorry. Comment on how your Christmas was and have yourselves the rest of your merry lives. And Kevin, I believe this part is for you.
My outro. Have a fantastic day and don't forget to stay trash. Peace.
And love.
Yeah.
Digitize.